God's not winning this war. However you want to say it, God's not winning right now. And it's scary to even say, to even like, even bring that up to say it, honestly. To say that God's not winning is very scary to say. And before y'all even start judging me, I know y'all probably like, what are you talking about? God's not winning the war. I ain't even saying it's a war. Whatever you want to call it, good versus evil, you know, God versus the devil, whatever it is, he ain't winning right now. Let's be real. Let's be truthfully real honest right now. He ain't winning right now. And I get it. Y'all probably gonna judge me, be like, what are you talking about, bro? You got a piercing in your nose. You got a piercing on your eyebrow. You're the devil himself. Like, yeah, whatever. But I just want you to watch the video. That's it. Just watch the video. You see what I'm talking about before you start judging me. But he's not winning right now. And why I say that is because sin is easier to talk about than it is to talk about God. I'm talking about, I could go up to a group of people and start talking about sin, and they will dap me up and we will laugh about it. And if I go up to the same group of people talking about God is amazing, God is good, God is great, they might beat my ass. You feel me? Like, they might even fight me. They might crash out. You don't even, man, I'm telling you, it's easier to talk about sin than it is to talk about God. If you see the world where it is right now, and I ain't even trying to be here like fear mongering or trying to say the world's ending or even none of that. Even using God for views or anything, none of that. The title is kind of clickbaity, I ain't gonna lie, but I'm not using it for any gain or anything, or even trying to scare people, nah. But if you pay attention to the world right now and see what the world is, you'll realize, yeah, it's way easier to talk about sin. It's way easier to go down the street. And the reason I say it's easier, not even gonna say it because of the online or the internet or the news. I can literally go down the street, bro. Walk out my house, give me 5-10 minutes, hop on the bus, the train, and I'ma see sin. And it ain't even like the people. I can see ads. I see the people for sure. And I just pay attention, bro. I see the world. I observe and I listen. If you sit there and think and just observe and look at the world right now, you realize sin is normal, bro. Sin is normal, and I believe God gave us too much free will. And I'm thankful he did. He gave us a choice. He gives us able to, like, you know, I'm thankful he did. But the devil is using that to his advantage, and he's winning. He's winning, dude. I'm telling you, he's winning. I don't even remember the last time God was up. Let's be honest. I ain't trying to downplay God, because I know there's people out there. I'm a Christian. I believe in God. There's a lot of us. I ain't saying there ain't, but like I said, it's easier to talk about sin than it is to talk about God. I even was going through that moment. You feel me? Where I didn't even realize I was sinning, dude. Like, for example, it's going to be quick examples and stuff before I start continuing on. But I really, like, for the longest, even now, honestly, for the longest, I always said, I'm not a church person. And that don't make no sense, bro. That don't make sense. How can I say I love God, but I won't go to his house? You feel me? And I get churches are iffy, but at the same time, how can I say I love God, but I won't go to his house? This is a one-way transaction at this point. I would say, yeah, I love you, God. Do what you got to do because I'm going through these stuff, and leave it at that. I can't go to his house. Makes no sense. If I want to learn about dinosaurs, I'm going to go to a museum about dinosaurs, and I'm going to ask the dude who knows about dinosaurs so I can learn about dinosaurs, right? If I want to learn and get closer to God, shouldn't I go to his house to learn about God? To get closer with God? Because that person who's on the podium knows about God more than I do? It doesn't make sense, you know? And another one is like, for a long, like, not now, but like when my sister was become closer to God, I'm talking about closer to God, and she was different and changing, not in a bad way, but she was getting closer to God. I was like, what happened to my sister, bro? She's becoming more churchy. What does that mean? She's becoming closer to God, and now I'm saying she's more churchy. that's not my sister no more. Like I'm telling you, even I'm going through these. Like I'm not saying this just to speaking out my, you feel me? I'm just speaking to speak. And sorry, sister. This was before when I was, when you first becoming more churchy and stuff. See, there I go again, becoming more close to God and stuff. And I don't know, I wasn't used to it, but I love you, and I'm glad you became closer to God, because that motivated me to become closer to God anyway. But yeah, so I'm going through the same. I'm going through this stuff where I'm realizing, dude, what am I doing? I was controlled by sin as well, and I didn't even realize it. We're going to get into that a little bit, but I was even controlled by sin as well, dog. Let me make sure we still recording. All right, yeah. It's back to it. It's way easier to talk about sin than God, dude, and it's scary. It's scary, bro. Like, when I say God gave us a lot of free will and the devil is using that, the fact that we have this free will, but a lot of us ain't. We're being controlled, bro. We're being controlled. And I ain't saying the government's controlling us. I'm talking about the devil. The devil is controlling us. But if the government or whoever wants to learns how to control us like the devil is, bro, we're done. Let me be real, we're done. But right now, the devil is controlling us for sure. A lot of us is floating in life. I was the same way. A lot of us is drifting in life. We're here, but we're not here on earth. We're not alive. And when you're drifting in life, I got burnt. Ooh. That leads to easy manipulation. That's easy to control somebody. When you're drifting in life, when you're like you're not even living, that's the easiest way to control somebody. You ain't nothing but a zombie. You feel me? You ain't nothing but a zombie. And that's what and that made it way easier for the devil to control us, man. Because once you get in control, you're partaking in lust, greed, gluttony, pride, envy, wrath, sloth, all the sins, bro. Plus some. Once you start getting control, you don't even realize it, that you're doing all the sins, dude. That was me. I ain't realized how many sins I was doing. Until I decided to wake up, man. And that's so scary. That there's more people out there like that. I'm not the only one. Dude. And it's so scary knowing this. And this is why I keep saying God ain't winning, dude. He's not. He ain't winning right now. I ain't gonna downplay that there ain't a lot of us out there. There is, but they're selling sin. Everywhere you look, they're selling sin. Like everywhere you look, we're selling sin. You know what's the problem with that? That the generation after mine, the generation after that it's so easy to sell sin now. Now imagine them in 2 years. Imagine them in 3 years. You know how scary that is? That it's okay. That, like I said, I could talk to someone about sin and it's okay, but when I talk about God, it's a problem. I don't even see anybody pray at tables no more. It's crazy. Remember when praying at tables was normal? I'm talking about going out to eat, and I don't see anybody pray no more. You might be praying in your head or what. Like I said, I'm not downplaying. I'm not saying that they're not out there, but I don't see anybody pray no more. I've seen this before. This ain't even a made up story. Seen someone on their phone lusting before they eat. You feel me? Most people back in the day, we would pray before we eat. Why are you sitting on your phone looking at these women before you eat? You feel me? It might not even be lust. Some people probably on there envious of somebody else because they eating something better than what they eating, but the whole time you got a plate in your face. What's going on, bro? What's going on? It's, man, I don't know. It's just crazy out here. That's all I gotta say. It's crazy out here because the fact that sinning is okay now, bro. Sinning is okay, and I know if you don't believe in God, I get it. It's crazy. It's hard. I get it. Not for me, but it's hard to, like, you just jump in and start believing in something that's just randomly, Because for a minute I was like again, I was like, how can I believe somebody when the book was made by somebody else? When they talked about slaves was okay, when they was all this misogynistic stuff in the Bible and all this other stuff. You feel me? But he's real. He's out there, dog. It's because if he wasn't out there, why is all this bad stuff okay? It's easier to talk about bad stuff, but it ain't. It ain't. You feel me? We can't talk about the good stuff, which makes no sense. I'm stuttering hard. It makes no sense that there's all this bad stuff out here, but there ain't no good stuff. There's no good version of that bad stuff. There ain't no better version. There's no higher power that's good. I mean, come on. If there's bad, there's good. Yin and yang. Come on. It's like, but I get that it's hard to believe, but man, and I ain't gonna say go believe in God or whatever. Believe what you want to believe in, but at the same time, dude, you just drifting in life and not believing nothing. You could get manipulated by the bad side. Let's be real. Let's be real. Like, man, I don't know where else to go with this other than, bro, it's scary, and I don't know what happened. I don't know why it's like this, but it's like I said, cause I was floating in life as well. I was going through a lot, and I didn't even realize. I'll say thank you, Lord. I'll pray to God, but then I go and sin. You feel me? I'll go and sin, but then come to God talking about thank you. And it wasn't even a full communicational thing. It was a one-way transaction. You helped me and thank you. Goodbye. And that's not fair at all. That's not fair at all. And it took me a long time to realize I was doing all these sins, dude. Because it felt okay. It felt like it wasn't a bad thing. It wasn't a bad thing. It's social media. You go log into social media right now and just see greed, lust, gluttony, pride, envy, wrath, all this, bro. All these sins, all right in your face. Turn on the TV, it's right there. Walk out and see an ad, it's right there. Go down the street to a group of people talking, it's right there. You feel me? It's because us humans, we love it. Let's be real, we love it. We love it. As kids, right? Your parents tell you not to touch the stove because it's hot. Just because you told me not to do it, I'm going to do it. That's the problem. Just because we say there's bad stuff in the world, because God said it was bad stuff, right? And we know it's bad. We know that. Even if God didn't tell us, we us humans know what's good and what's wrong, bro. Like, we have a conscience. We know what we're supposed to. If you don't have a conscience, that's where you kind of crazy and doesn't care about life or anybody in it, But we have a conscience. I know if I just step on a roly-poly, it's kind of messed up. It's messed up. If I just step on a roly-poly, that's messed up. And spider, I'm scared of spiders. You feel me? That's different. But if I just step on a roly-poly, that's wrong, bro. If I go kick a homeless person, that's wrong. Crazy example. But yeah, that's wrong. We know these things. Like, we know there's good and there's bad and there's things that we shouldn't do. But that's the problem. That's the thing, what I'm saying. When we know that there's things we shouldn't do, we're going to do it anyway because that's humans. That's what we do. We're going to do it regardless. And that's where God, the devil just can manipulate us because we don't do it. We're going to try it regardless, whether we keep doing it or not. But once you just stop thinking for yourself and just drifting and fall into these habits and just once you lose your mind, bro, once your mind start controlling you, it's over. That's when the devil could step in. That's when anybody could step in and start controlling you, bro. Once you lose your mind, that's when you can start stepping in. That's when the devil could start stepping in and just running shit and just controlling stuff. Like, and that's all it takes, bro. Until you wake up and realize, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? But how long is that gonna take until you realize, well, what am I doing here? Why am I doing this? I'm lucky that I got out in 7 years? That's a long time. I was lucky that I was able to break free from that, but that's a long time, bro. Some of y'all out here, some of them people out here, just years. It take them years to realize it. Might not even realize it until it's too late, bro. And it's a problem, and it's scary how just accessible that sin is. And that's why I say God's not winning, because I don't know, we gotta change the game plan around or something, you feel me? We gotta bring something back. I don't know what we gonna do, but it's like, I don't know if y'all ever walked into a cafeteria that's loud as hell, you feel me? That's super loud, but before you even get to the cafeteria, it just slowly get louder and louder and louder and louder. And as soon as you step in, it's just That's how it feels right now, bro. It feels like we just slowly getting closer and closer and closer until we just in it, and it's just everywhere. Just you feel me? And we know what happened to all them. If you read your Bible, you know what happened. When all the sin was okay and everybody was doing it, and it was just the trend, he flooded the earth. I ain't really too tapped in with the Bible. Like I said, I want to learn. I want to get more tuned into it. But we know what happened. I ain't saying that's gonna happen, and I hope not. But man, how much can we fill the glass full of sin before it overfills? You feel me? How much can we put into the glass before it overfills? And he's just said, it's enough. Or we just start going after each other, And I ain't even saying God gonna take us all out, but at what point is it when we start taking each other out, But like I said, what do I know? I'm just a random dude in his aunt's living room on the pull-out couch. You feel me? Like I said, I don't know, bro. I just noticed it's a lot, and this was on my mind, and we gotta be careful, dude. Like, I ain't saying go become a holy person tonight. I ain't saying stop what you doing and believe in God. I ain't gonna even force you to believe in God. Do what you want to do. Like I said, it's up to you. It's your choice. But if you pay attention to the world, you realize it's not going in the right place, bro. It's not going in the right place, because man, there's a lot going on. It's a lot going on, and not a lot of good stuff going on. That's the problem. Take it from that stance. Don't even think about God, right? There's a lot of bad going on. You feel me? Than good. There's a lot bad going on than good. And the fact that we don't even share the good side. Because there's good, but we're not sharing it for some reason. Because good don't sell. Bad sells. We love it. Humans love that drama. We love the confrontation, bro. We love it. We love the lust. We love the greed, the gluttony, the sloth, because it's fun. It's more enjoyable than praying to God. Let's be real. I ain't saying I enjoy it before y'all get it twisted, but it's enjoyable, bro. It's easier to do than it is to believe in God. Let's say it like that, I guess. And that's how the devil's getting us, dog. That free will we got is easy to just take and manipulate us. But it's up to you. I just say, I love God. Pray, you feel me? Have faith. Keep going. Don't let that bad stuff ruin your life. Pray for others. Be kind. You know the whole deal. Ain't really much else I could say other than If y'all had some, how did you get closer to God? Leave it in the comments, or what Bible I should start on. Leave it in the comments. Like I want to get closer to God than I am now. You feel me? Like I want to learn. I want to go. If you know any good churches in Dallas, let me know. Like, but yeah, just drop them in the comments and stuff. Man, yeah, I think that's it. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe out there.